Welcome back to Beauty and Business. Great to have you here. So what are we discussing today? Today we're going to talk about the question in the poll that referred to no longer working behind the chair. So actually working on the business rather than in the business. Now, very, very amazing vision for any beauty professional. And a lot of the time we start out that way, which is the best way to do it really in reality, is to start out with that as your vision, that you do not want to be working behind the chair and you want to work on your business. But look, some of us love working with clients. So, how do we find that really beautiful balance? The way I see it is everybody wants freedom. Is that right? If we want money because it gives us more freedom. If we want to not be behind the chair, we want that because we want more freedom in our lives. Freedom is a very, very powerful thing that people want. And if it is freedom that you want, that is fantastic. So it's not like you can't work behind the chair sometimes, but what I'm hearing from people that say they don't want to be working behind the chair is that they want a level of freedom in their lives. They want to build a life and a business that gives them lifestyle. Now that's my kind of person, because lifestyle for me is everything. I've worked behind the chair for many, many years and I loved it. But lifestyle is really supreme in my world, because I want to be able to work anywhere in the world that I want to work from. I want to have the choice. Freedom is very high on my list when it comes to things that I really look forward to in my life. It's just how it is. So I'm sharing that with you today. So if it's the same for you, if you really want to move away from being behind the chair, and it doesn't even have to be for freedom, it could be for a completely different reason. It could be because you want to just grow a mammoth brand, that you've got multiple locations, you don't care about lifestyle or anything like that, you just have got a really strong vision. Whatever it is, you need really strong mentors. And narrow your business down. Nowadays in the beauty industry, I think what's really happening is that there's just so many little bits and pieces people are offering. They're offering it from whether they're contractors, whether they're working from home. In different other countries in the world have different ways for the beauty industry to actually perform the services that they offer and grow their brands. It doesn't matter how or where, but there's all these little niches. Find which is yours. And when you're clear, when you're building your brand, on the message that your brand is delivering and reaching out into the world with, you're going to be really clear on what that looks like. You've got to create that. So to not work behind the chair means that you are looking for fabulous mentors that will support you to grow the niche that you've found inside your brand. And I always say brand because, well, not always, but most of the time I speak about the brand that you're building, because whether you know it or not, you're always building a brand. So in that case, when you think of it like that, you think, okay, well, if I'm building a brand, then I've got to need a brand message. And what's the vision for my brand? And if the vision for my brand is that I am working on it, I am the hostess, so to speak, and I'm managing and growing my business. I'm the one that actually is at the forefront of the client relationship. It's not like you're off in a desert, on an island somewhere in the Caribbean. I mean, you can do that too, but you're the forefront. You're the one that the clients actually have that first contact with. You've got to keep your feet firmly planted in your salon. That's very important. So if that's the case and that's what you want to do, if you know that, you've got to know what it is that you want. If you know that and you know why you want to no longer be working behind the chair, and you have a true purpose for that, it's magical. Because in every single decision that you're making, every single idea that comes in, you'll prioritize, you'll put it in the right spot. You're going to have clarity. So to begin with, to remove yourself from being behind the chair, let's start fresh. Let's start again. Let's look at it again. Number one, you need to know what you want to do it for. Why? Is it lifestyle freedom? Is it because you're building a bigger business? I mean, what is it? Then when you understand that, you understand the purpose of it. You want to spend more time with your children. You want to spend more time with your husband. You love traveling. Whatever it is, if you understand what the purpose is, that is fantastic. And then you're going to reverse engineer it. You're going to reverse engineer this entire idea, this entire vision that you have. And you are going to build an amazing brand. So, number one, purpose. What am I doing it for? Why do I not want to be behind the chair? Do I still want to be behind the chair a little bit, or do I want to just completely disassociate myself from the chair? Now, this is part one, right? This is getting you to think. This is getting you to just like start to explore this idea of what it's for. We're going to do part two. But unless you do part one first, it's complicated. Because part one is the absolute key. That's what's going to lay the thread, the core thread that's going to run all the way through every decision that you make. And it is absolutely so important. So I want you to write down, if this is what you actually wanted to do, to not be behind the chair, why do you want that? What's the purpose of that? I want you to write it down, and then we're going to explore what that can look like. Because it can look a million different ways. And it's exciting that we get to explore these things together, isn't it? And that you get to, maybe even consider, if it's brows, for example, that you want to actually niche your brand into, then of course you're going to contact us, right? Because we do mastery-based learning, and what else in the whole wide world can give you the opportunity to step away from being behind the chair than mastery-based learning? If it's skin, then you're going to find the most amazing people that really a brand that is just so devoted to you, the salon owner, with their beautiful products and their beautiful training services. And if it's lashes, you're going to do the same thing. So it's really, really important to niche it down. If you don't want to niche down, you want to offer everything, again, that's fine, but you're going to have to find that one thing that is going to be the message that you're communicating to the woman that is thinking about that message. That's what she wants, the message you're going to be delivering in her mind. So it could be that your brand, when they enter, they're treated like queens. Could be queen for a day. What a beautiful brand message. Have all your beauty needs in one most incredible, inspiring, exquisite space. That's fine. But if you don't want to do that, if you're moving away from that, just as the industry is a lot right now, and you want to niche it down, then it may be that you do the most beautiful brows in the world, that this is where people come for the best, most beautiful world-class brow design and correction transformation, which of course would be a TRUEBROW salon, as we all know. I just had to throw that in. Or it could be lashes. You come for the most beautiful lashes, the most natural, or it could be completely the most flamboyant, the most amazing. Could be lashes in the world, that's the message. It could be lashes that are the cleanest, the most hygienic, that are the most, respectful of the natural lash. It doesn't matter what your message is, but you're looking for the woman that's already thinking about that in her mind. So when you know what your brand message is, you know what your vision is to step away from behind the chair, then you can start building out by reverse engineering that vision that you have to step away from being behind the chair. You're going to reverse engineer it, and every single decision that you make, every single idea that you generate in your mind, you're going to prioritize. And step by step, you're going to create this extraordinary business where you can be behind the chair if you choose, when you choose, once or twice a week, never. You could be at the highest price point in your salon. For example, that you only do absolute VIP clients. That could be something. Doesn't really matter. Either way, that your business actually continues to flourish, whether you're behind the chair or not. That being behind the chair is your choice. And for that, you need incredible mentors. To make that absolutely that transition when you're actually behind the chair, you need fabulous mentors. And we've got lots that we interview and lots that we share with you on this group, and we're going to continue to do that. So if they're here, you can trust them. That's a guarantee. So let's get to part two with this, because I think it's really a lot of fun, and we've jumped around a lot. All of this is ad lib for you. I'm just giving you all of my knowledge just as it comes out, because I'm just pouring into you. Have pen and paper when you hear some of these videos and start jotting down the things that start speaking to you, because it's very, very important. But we're going to do part two, because why not? That'll be a bit of fun. Take care, everyone. We'll be back.